We're here at Kempegowda Airport's terminal in a garden. A beautiful name in its own, but bringing in the essence of Bengaluru. But more importantly, it brings in multiple aspects. It talks about sustainability, it talks about bringing in IoT, Internet of All Things, because the Silicon capital of India definitely has to have technology as a part of its operations, especially at the airport. And then comes art and culture. But to know more about this, I'm joined here by Mr. Sampreeth Kotian, a beautiful setup. As soon as you enter, you get that feeling that you are in a place that transports you for a seamless connectivity and seamless experience. Tell me more about the bells and the whales, bells and whales as it's called, and the concept behind this. Because most importantly, it's also very technology driven, and also in terms of connectivity, it's supposed to be seamless.
Yes. So bells and whales is something that we had actually decided when we actually came up with the design of the airport. From the very fact that as soon as the passenger walks in, there has to be that grandeur and that environment greenery that hits them as soon as they come in. If you look at those plants adorning those beautiful bells and whales, many people feel that it is not the natural ones. But trust me, these are natural ones. We have got more than 6 lakh plant species which we have actually brought into this terminal because we want to give the passengers a feel of that environment touch as they are transiting through the terminal. And there's very beautiful IoT which has been used out here. So that is what senses the moisture content of these plants, and it will help us realize what is the water that needs to be accorded to these plants so that it gets maintained over a period of time.
That's
And
one thing. Let me come to the point about the detailing in terms of the bamboo work as well as the entire ceiling, which is natural lighting. You actually conserve power in that sense as well.
yes. So what we have done is when we had actually designed this terminal itself, if you look upstairs, it's beautiful skylighting that we have taken into consideration. So more than 10,000 square meters is actually pure skylighting. So it doesn't require the lights to come into play until and unless it's late evening. That's when you get to see the lights as well. It again touches a very different sparkle to this entire terminal, and that's how it was actually designed, right? To ensure that that natural light does come into play.
Let me quickly also talk about the seamless connectivity for the passengers, because end of the day, this place will be able to accommodate more, not accommodate, rather footfall of 25 million passengers, and that's makes Bangalore with Terminal 1 and 2 the second largest airport in the country, overtaking Mumbai and second to Delhi. The reason because Bangalore is a point of traveling in and out, not just for different parts of the country, but also in terms of local connectivity. Seamless connectivity, let's talk about that. We are talking about here, especially when it comes to your own self check in and ticketing, which we see in most airports. But the most important part now comes in terms of self baggage check in as well. I will get to you on to understand about the technology, but let's quickly show our viewers how it looks in terms of just the detailing, the beautiful detailing of even the counters with the use of bamboo, basically the whole use of natural substances as well, and the feel of being in a beautiful garden of its own. So, quickly, I'll take you through and ask you about the connectivity and making it seamless for passengers. How different is it from the other airports then?
So what we do is we want to give that complete control over the journey to the passengers, and that's the reason we started off with the self baggage drops. So in this terminal, as you're entering in, you will see e-gates right at the entry to the terminal. So any passenger coming in, you need to have your boarding pass, you scan it, the e-gates open up, and then you walk inside the terminal. When you come inside, we have got these beautiful kiosks out here where you scan your boarding pass, you get your baggage tag. Again, you take your own baggage tag, you tag it to the bags that you're carrying, and you go to the self baggage drop counters and you can drop it. You get a printed receipt, and trust me, you don't have to go to the conventional counters like in other airports. We tried these SBDs in T1, it was really successful, and that's why we have rolled it out in T2 as well. And we've got a lot of airlines which are coming on board and which would be having this facility.
Another highlight which I thought was very interesting and was especially when it has been made visually impaired friendly, because you have tactile flooring. What they mean when you say tactile flooring, especially, you have a little gradient out when you come out from the will come out from the escalators and the lifts as well. And more importantly, you have some of the signages in braille, if I'm not correct. So this makes it also very helpful for the visually impaired as well. So all in all, the idea of Kempegowda's airport's terminal in a garden is a state of art technology wise in terms of environment friendly, and more importantly, it stands apart because it's an architectural wonder with the beautiful Navarasas also as one of the masterpieces. Roni Swami in Bengaluru for CNN News 18.